Following is a presentation of Upstate Prepcast. It's presented by our title sponsor, Wings Etc., 2644 Bowling Springs Road, Bowling Springs. Good food, great times, award-winning wings, and amazing etc. It's time for high school athletics on Upstate Prepcast. Promotional consideration given in part by Raymond James, Financial Advisor Tom Dixon, East Main Street, Spartanburg. By the law firm of Bell, Carrington, Price & Gregg, LLC. By Chad Wagner State Farm Insurance, Asheville Highway, Spartanburg. Like a good neighbor, Chad Wagner and State Farm is there. By the realtors of Brookshire Hathaway Home Services, C. Dan Joyner, the Spartanburg office, Jeff Parks, managing broker. By JB Trees, LLC. Professional work at a reasonable price. By Mike Varner Plumbing, located in Inman. Plumbing solutions since 1984. By the award-winning Flounder Seafood Restaurant, 160 Barbado Lane, Spartanburg. By GSP Security, providing video surveillance and security for residential and commercial. The View Church, Paris Bridge Road, Bowling Springs. By Blue Ridge Tire, we won't leave you flat, Highway 101, Greer. By GG's Creations, custom crafts for home and business. By Mahindra Tractors of the Upstate, Chesnee Highway, Chesnee. By the Pocahontas Country Club, Nature's Mountain Playground, Pocahontas County, West Virginia. By Warrior Trees, your expert tree removal solution. By J&L Lawn Service. By the Home Run Cafe, locations in Inman and Greer. By the Seawright Funeral Home, East Main Street, Inman. Celebrating loved ones since 1925.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southside Smokehouse and Grill here in Landrum, South Carolina for the Landrum Cardinals Football Coaches Show on Upstate Prepcast. I'm Steve Roper, along with our producer, Kevin Jackson, and, of course, the main star here is the Landrum head coach, Brent Bridges. Coach, welcome back. We've been on a delay. It seems like a week or so. It seems like forever, though, with the way the playoffs were starting and the hurricane and all the stuff that led us here a week off.
Yeah, with the added week, the week we lost was a bye week for us. So we got a bye week, and which it came at a good time. The guys I gave them Monday off and gave them Friday off last week, and we practiced Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Tuesday was kind of a light day because it was raining. So feel like we got to get our legs back under us. We should be a lot of guys that were banged up. I know it was great for Dominic Whiteside. He got to rest that ankle and get better, and he looked a lot better today on the practice field. And just it came at a good time for us, and we're blessed to be in the playoffs, and we're going to be traveling down to Pageland, South Carolina to play Central, and look forward to that. Been down there a few times in my career. It's always good football down there.
Well, Coach, I know you always tell me any night that you're playing is a good night to play, but when you're playing in mid-November to late November, that's always even a plus side to look at.
That's
overall
great.
For the program.
It's great. We talked to – I think we moved 11 or 12 guys up from our JV program for the playoffs, and I was talking to them, and I said, you understand in a program, if you're making the playoffs every year consistently and you go into the second or third round consistently every year, those ninth graders this year, if we do this for 4 straight years, they're going to get an extra season of practice essentially, throughout the course of their career in high school. And, it's great for that. I mean, it gives you a chance to, with us moving kids up, we are preparing for Central. We're doing everything we can to win a football game, but we got kids we moved up who are getting reps, who are getting some of the things they weren't getting, and getting to be put in positions that we see them helping us moving forward in the future.
Well, Coach, let's step back. A couple of weeks ago, we finished up the region season. Tough loss against an arch rival, Chesnee, across the road. And you've got some stats and figures to go along with that, and your thoughts on that last game.
Yeah, it was a tough loss, and at the end of the day, it felt like we beat ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. We turned the ball over a couple times. We got to take care of the football. Just little penalties, things we've talked about the past few weeks. Just being a young football team, at some point you got to get over that hump, and I'm just waiting for us to get over that hump. I'm hoping it's going to be this Friday night that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, and offensively we are what we are. We have big plays and we have some big play capability, but we got to be able to move the ball down the field and sustain drives and score. And defensively, we got to stop the run. We have not done very well at stopping the run the past few weeks, and we got to be better at that. Chesnee did a good job of running the football. And when they brought in the Proctor kid, he was all over the place. He did a good job on defense against us. But we had some guys that had good nights. We just didn't finish the game. We had our opportunities. We had an opportunity where, we would have been going up in the game, fumbled the ball, and just shoot ourselves in the foot. And we're going to continue to work and continue to try to clean that up. But, Ty Foster, he had a great night. He threw for right at 250 yards, had 3 passing touchdowns. And A.J. Medvar had a huge night. He had 2 big catches for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. McIntyre, he came in. He was solid for us with 5 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown. And Kelly in the backfield, another good night for him. He had 88 yards on the ground. And Titus, he contributed a little bit, had some yardage on the ground, had a rushing touchdown. Offensively, felt like we played well. We did, like I said, we shot ourselves in the foot. We had an interception in the game, had a fumble, and we got to eliminate those turnovers, but still had some good performances on the field. Our offensive line played pretty well, at times we had some breakdowns, which happens. And Chesnee showed us a lot of different looks throughout the course of the game. Normally, you get 1 or 2 looks from teams, and they were showing us 4, 5, 6 different looks. And that's tough for kids. It ain't tough for us as coaches. We understand, but it's tough for them. But it came at a good time in Week 10 because we've seen all that throughout the course of the season. It's just you normally don't see that all in one night. We did have some great performances, from our guys, and this week offensively we went with 2 players of the week for our Southside Smokehouse offensive players of the week. We're gonna have Ty Foster and A.J. Medvar. They'll be joining us when we come back from this break.
Welcome back to the Wings Etc. Wall of Flame Challenge. We've seen some pretty tough competitors come through here today, and most left crying. And don't forget, there was that one that had to be airlifted out when it actually caught fire. Our next contestant is Smokey, a rough and tough rider who's been all across America, 3-time winner of the Arizona Chili Chuck, National Wing Eating Champion 2 years running, and the only man to ever survive the fabled Tabasco, jalapeno, and wasabi pizza. Now he's here to try and make the Wings Etc. Wall of Flame. He's eaten 15 of the 16 wall sauce jumbo wings required to make the Wall of Flame. Here goes the final wing. It's up. It looks like he's got a great handle on it. And there it goes down the hatch and...
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh no, we're going to need the fire department for this one.
Are you man or woman enough to make the Wings Etc. Wall of Flame? Drop by and try their blazing hot habanero pepper wall sauce. It'll light you up.
Do you have a tree problem? Look no further than JB Trees LLC. At JB Trees LLC, we strive to provide a wonderful experience with professional service marked by excellence, all at reasonable prices. Schedule your free estimate today by calling 864-497-8511. That's 864-497-8511, or visit us online at jbtreesllc.com. JB Trees LLC, where your vision meets our expertise.
This is Steve Roper
Kevin Jackson
at Upstate Prepcast, and I tell you what, folks, you don't have to feel a financial strain from a clogged drain. Just call the MVP of plumbers. That's Mike Verner's Plumbing, proudly celebrating their 40th year of service to the Carolinas. Mike Verner's Plumbing has you covered in all situations, whether it's commercial or residential. So if your toilet's on the fritz and you really need to take a
Hold everything. Folks, call the MVP of plumbers today at 864-472-8756. Mike Verner's Plumbing of Inman.
We have our Southside Smokehouse Offensive Players of the Week. Here on my left, we have quarterback Ty Foster. On my right, we have senior wide receiver A.J. Medvar. Both of these guys, they had it going on Friday night, had a good connection, and Medvar finished the game with 2 receptions for 126 yards for 2 touchdowns. What's the average on that there, Meddy? 126, 2 divided. 63 yards per catch, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. One of them balls, now he kind of threw it down the field for you. He threw it about 50, but one of them, it wasn't like a 4 or 5 yard pass, was it?
Yeah, it was like 6 yards.
Yeah, you took off on that one and you made him look good. Yeah, that's right. So, Ty, tell us a little bit about coming out of the Chesnee game. Talk a little bit about, how you feel going into the playoffs this week.
I feel good about it. I feel like we've had, especially with our week off, we were able to focus on some more things, definitely fix some things that we were able to see during the Chesnee game coming out of it, and fix that. And we've had 2 weeks to prepare, and we've had a good week of practice this week, so feeling good about it.
I agree. You had to have some good practices. And AJ, what are your thoughts going into as we get set to head down to Central Page on Friday night?
Really to just stay healthy, keep the same mindset, really. Mindset going into Chesney was just to win, help the team win, go out there and do what I had to do to just, win.
That's
right. That's really what just to go this week, just go out, win the first playoff game, go out to the next round, and do it again, and keep doing it.
That's a great mindset to have. That's a great mindset to have. Moving. Let's move away from football for a second. All right. Now let's talk a little bit. We've had Ty's been on before, so they've met Ty before. And let's talk about A.J. Medvar this year. Now you were a senior this year,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Yeah, came over. Last year was your first year at Landrum. You transferred from
Chapman
High School.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you go to middle school, elementary?
CGS.
You went CGS?
Yeah.
Okay. So you already knew a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Cool. I know we were glad to get you, man, and you had a big season for us last year, and you've been doing some great things this year. Outside of football, I know this is something I'm asking you this because I heard you talking about it last week.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking about moving on this your senior year and getting out of here. What you think about doing with your life?
Going to college. I'm gonna go to college for 4 years. I already think I know I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna be a coach, teacher.
Teacher, coach.
Yeah.
Okay. You thought about what you wanting to teach?
Really, I want to teach like personal finance.
Okay.
Because everybody likes making money.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
And I think I can help people.
That's something
learn how
that needs
to
to
make
be
money.
taught. I bet a lot of you guys would struggle if we tried to get you to write a check right now. Y'all wouldn't know how. Ty, you know how to write a check? Come on, man. Y'all Cash App and Venmo and all this stuff, ain't you? Yeah. We gotta do something about that. We gotta do something. So, tell us a little bit about the chemistry here between you guys. I see it on the field. Y'all have a good chemistry, wide receiver, quarterback. You hear people talk about it. Y'all probably seen guys interviewed, quarterback, wide receiver. Y'all tell us a little bit about that.
I think a good reason, and one of the main reasons me and AJ, I feel like I can trust AJ, and he was injured in the beginning of the season. He came back, and he's been a great asset, and I've loved going to him. But also working with, when me, him, and Rowan work down during the defensive period, it's a lot of things that we can work on together and build a lot more chemistry. And know that I can trust him to do this because I know him so well and what he's going to do and how he's going to act.
So AJ, you got to tell him. You got to be honest here now. I ain't gonna put him on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
Y'all get all this time down there with Coach Lewis, who's a dang legend, who does a great job. But y'all get all this time when we're doing defensive Indian stuff. Now, you and Ty, he ain't come up with no little signals or something that I don't even know about, so y'all can look at each other and know we're going to do this or that, huh?
No.
Come on. That's y'all both smiling way too much.
We stick to the plan.
Okay. I hear you. Well, we look forward to seeing what you guys got in store for us Friday night. Congratulations again on being the Southside Smokehouse Offensive Players of the Week. Hope you guys do it again this week. We'll be back from this break with our Southside Smokehouse Defensive Player of the Week just in a moment.
The Flounder Seafood Restaurant, located at 160 Barbado Lane in Spartanburg, opens every Wednesday through Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Serving the Upstate since 1969, they have been twice voted Spartanburg's best seafood restaurant. Everything at the Flounder is fresh and homemade, from their specialty stews to their famous hash and their signature flounder. Visit the website at flounderfishcamp.com. Come visit the Flounder, where there is a line, but it moves quickly. The Flounder at 160 Barbado Lane. Give them a call at 864-576-3165.
Are you concerned about the economy, interest rates, or current market conditions? For timely information based on sophisticated research, call Raymond James Financial Advisor Tom Dixon at 864-582-1611. He can discuss your specific needs and help to provide you with investment choices that make sense for you. Call Tom at 582-1611 in Spartanburg for an appointment. Raymond James Financial Service, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned.
Bell Carrington, Price & Gregg is the premier legal team you can trust. Founded by Griffin Bell, our firm stands for reliability, fairness, and honesty. Provide top-notch legal services that you can count on. They cover 10 practice areas, including business, finance, real estate, creditors' rights, and general litigation. Our friendly team in 5 states is ready to assist you with all of your legal needs. Call our Greenville office today, 864-272-0556. Bell Carrington, Price & Gregg.
This is Pastor Tyler from View Church. We're located in Bowling Springs at 5555 Pierce Bridge Road. If you've been turned off by religion, been discouraged or hurt by church, or maybe you just thought church was boring, you should give View Church a try. It's a place like none other. The people are genuine, the Spirit is obvious, and God is moving in this place. Visit our website for times and direction at viewchurch.org.
Coming back from the break, we have with us our Southside Smokehouse Defensive Player of the Week. Man, this kid was all over the field versus Chesnee. He ended the game, and I don't know if Coach Reed told you your final stats, but total tackles, you had 21 total tackles. You were in on 21 total tackles. 14 of those being solos, 2 tackle for losses, and 7 assists. You were just all over the field, man. Tell us a little bit about, how you felt out there, how you played.
It's hard to feel good when you lose to a rivalry, but, I mean, it felt good to make a bunch of tackles. We didn't get the win, though, so it didn't feel as good, but it was still fun. That's right. I understand. And,
we talked about it earlier. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot sometimes, making little mistakes here and there. But, defensively, going into this week, AJ, we got Central Pageland. We're heading down there, and I know you guys don't know as much about the tradition of Central Pageland as some of us older guys do. And what's your thoughts going into this game as we have been preparing over the course of the past week?
I think we can beat them. We can't, like you said, shoot ourselves in the foot. We got to play as much as a perfect game as we can play. We can beat them, though. They're a lot faster than us, a lot more athletic. But if we play fundamental and discipline, I think we can get them.
That's right. And, one good thing I loved about having the bye week last week was being able to take the time. We took the time last week to go back and visit some of the fundamentals you're talking about. Going back through some of the day one tackling drills and just doing some things that, as the course of the season goes on, sometimes you just overlook because you're worried about game planning and your opponent and what you're doing and everything else that's going on. But you guys, I feel like you guys could have a great great night Friday night defensively for us. This past going back to the Chesnee game, AJ, we talked about your stats, 21 tackles. Your guy that lines up beside you there, Jaden Rose, he finished with 11 tackles. Brody up front, he had 6 total tackles. Coop had 5 total tackles. I mean, we had some guys getting after it. Dom had 3 total tackles on a bum ankle. He couldn't hardly move out there. It talked about the bye week and it being good for him getting back, Talk a little bit about, last week and how is it, my question is this, because I want to know how my players' minds work. So I'm going to store this away for next year. So it was our bye week. You got, I tried to cut down for y'all, give you Monday off, give you Friday off. Mm-hmm. But how hard is it to motivate yourself as a player to go out there and work hard to get better during the season and not have a game at Friday night?
It's definitely harder to do it when you do have a game because everyone likes games more than they like practice. And when you're practicing all week, it's like a countdown almost to the game. Like you're ready to go out there and play. And when you can't go out there and play because you have a bye week, I guess you don't want to try as hard, but you got to push through it. It's cool, I guess, because you can watch other teams on Fridays. That's one thing about a bye week that's cool, but other than that, it's not as cool as
now week. Friday, like I said, I gave y'all Friday off. You had the opportunity Friday. I think you went over and watched Franklin Davis playing his first college game at Limestone College, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. How'd that go? Tell us a little bit. Give us a little bit about Frank there.
It was fun. Frank did good. I only could stay for the first half, but in the first half he had 6 points, hit his first 2 shots ever.
Really?
In the college level. We were on the sideline talking trash to the other team for him.
Awesome. I'm glad y'all got to be there, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad y'all went and supported him. That speaks about our programs here, that y'all even took the time to go support him in his first college game, And talking about that, what did you go to a high school game after that?
Yeah, we went to Gaffney versus Spartanburg. I have some friends that play for Spartanburg.
Oh, man, that was a good game, wasn't it?
It was a good game.
That was a really good game. Yep. Who ended up winning?
Gaffney ended up winning. Spartanburg was up 24-7 in the fourth quarter, and Gaffney came all the way back and won.
Well, hopefully we can go down to Central this Friday night and win. And AJ, I appreciate you and how hard you play and everything you do, and look forward to seeing you on the field Friday night. We'll be back right after this break.
Jeff Parks and his team of experienced real estate professionals at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services see Dan Joyner are lifelong football fans, and they know for a successful football team on any level, you must have great coaching and a good game plan. The same goes when purchasing or selling a home. Let the Spartanburg office at 170 Camelot Drive be your coach with the right game plan and strategy to make your real estate purchase go like a championship winning season. Contact Jeff Parks at 864-415-0336. Berkshire Hathaway, see Dan Joyner of Spartanburg. CDanJoyner.com.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call Agent Chad Wagner, Asheville Highway, Spartanburg, 585-7999.
Discover the power of Mahindra at Mahindra of the Upstate, located at 4951 Chesnee Highway in Chesnee. We're your one-stop destination for top quality tractors. Mahindra, the #1 best-selling tractor in the world, is now within your reach. Take advantage of our low-rate financing options, making your dream tractor more affordable than ever. Visit our website at sctractor.com or call 864-461-2515. Mahindra of the Upstate, the official tractor of Tough.
All right, guys, 30-second commercial for GSP Security. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
No, it's your turn to go. I did the last one.
No, this one's yours.
Man, I've already got a security system from GSP Securities. You're the one who needs to talk about this.
Well, you can talk about it because I don't know anything about it, so you tell me.
I've got cameras, I've got motion detectors, I've got everything that I need to be safe at my house.
Oh, come on.
All right, forget it. Y'all both forget it. Just go to www.callgsp.com today to request a free quote.
All right, welcome back to the Southside Smokehouse and Grill here in Landrum, the Landrum Coaches Football Show here. Steve Roper, Kevin Jackson, and, of course, Coach Bridges. And, well, we've had a good evening so far talking to several players of the week. One Coach, Mr. Wink Martindale was missing this evening. He had an outstanding game last week, and I'd like to talk about him just a few moments.
Yes, sir. Our co-defensive player of the week, Southside Smokehouse defensive player of the week, was Hayden Martindale. Hayden couldn't make it tonight. He already had plans, but Hayden had a huge interception for us. And he also he was in on a couple tackles, had a couple assists, and he's been playing hard for us this year. Hayden's done a good job. I'm really proud of him and the progress he's making on and off the field. Doing great in the classroom. Just doing what we ask, and that's everything you want. He's getting after it, and I know he's just going to keep getting better for us. I think he's going to be he'll be helping Coach Smith out there on the basketball court pretty soon too. So, well,
Coach,
just wanted to make sure I'd forget when AJ was here. We had AJ on. I did not mention that about Hayden. Want to make sure we did. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, like to get all the kids the credit then when credit is due. And I tell you what, talking about AJ and the number of tackles that he had. I kind of lost count. I told Kevin during the broadcast, this kid's got 10 already in the first half alone, and I quit counting. But he was motoring.
All over the place.
If any guy has a motor on your team, that's him. He is he's nonstop.
I mean, we've played 9 regular season games. We lost one because of the storm with Blue Ridge. Didn't get to play them, and in sitting right now through 9 games, AJ has. I was just looking at it a second ago. I got it right here. AJ's got. I know he's got over 100 tackles. So I mean he's averaging over 10 tackles a game. So it's just. But hey, now one thing we got to realize too, though. One thing that the common fan that we're just watching the ball game don't understand is when you've got a linebacker like AJ who's making 10 to 20 tackles a game, that means the guys in front of him, the defensive line, they're doing their job and they're occupying those offensive line. They're occupying those offensive linemen and keeping them off of our linebackers, allowing our linebackers to make the play. So when AJ has 21 tackles. Yeah, AJ made the tackle, but he was able to make the tackle because of what 4 guys in front of him did.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that would have been Bruiser Brody, Gosnell. That would have been McClintock on one side, Whitesides and Dominic Whitesides.
And Shirley.
And Eli Shirley. They really battled it out up in the middle of that the other night. And there was some hard-fought contest up in those trenches.
There was.
And the offensive line was in some big battles also. So size-wise, we were very, very equal, to tell you the truth.
We were.
But it was a hard-fought contest, and you left everything on the field.
We did. They left it out there, but we got to improve moving forward on region play. We 1-3 in region, and moving forward, we got to do better in that region play. Coming out of non-region, we were 4-1. But that's for next year. We'll worry about that.
That's why you play a tough
around.
Non-region schedule, though, to prepare you. I mean, there's good quality competition in our region.
There is. Our region
week in
tough,
and week out.
Our region, tough region. It is in 2A football. It's great football. And week in and week out, like you just said, you don't really know. I mean, anybody could win any of those games. But I'm proud of our football team and where we're at and where we've come from. And these guys, I talked to our seniors this week, and I told them, I said, don't be satisfied with where we're at. And I said, each team's gonna put a brick in. And I said, why put a brick? And I said, put the whole corner. I said, put the whole corner. I said, let's go.
Lay the foundation.
We have an opportunity. The playoffs are here. We got a good football team. Let's grow up and let's go play.
I guess it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. You probably have not had to mention one thing to seniors about knowing, not just the importance of being in a playoff game, but when you're a senior, it's kind of do or die. Or, you go home.
That's right.
That's it. So, each step along the playoff ladder, so to speak,
Steve,
is all out every play because it could be your last.
And you don't, and we preach that to the whole team, not just the seniors. Just for the seniors, it means a whole lot more because it might be the last time they ever get to put that helmet and shoulder pads on. We all know that feel, and we all been there. I mean, you can't. No matter how good you are, how old was Tom Brady? 40, 44, 45? He had to quit sometime.
Well, these kids also know one thing, Coach, and maybe they don't realize it, but they do. Not everybody's going to college to that next step.
That's right.
Most of the players on every team in high school across South Carolina, like me when I played and others, we played for the love of the game and the love of our community and the love of our school, and that was it.
Yep.
And when you lost, that was it. And it was sad hanging that jersey up. And so, but like I say, you didn't have to mention that to them. They know.
They do. And, one thing, I think our group of kids, I think they do an outstanding job of representing our community. I really do.
They do, Coach, and
not with just the way they carry themselves, but with the way they play. I mean, they play hard regardless. They ain't ever gave out on us, gave up on us. They get after it, and it reminds me just a lot of the town we live in here.
Yeah, I have noticed, and Kevin's noticed, and we've spoken about it many times this year about the energy this team has shown this season compared to some in the past. It's wide open, especially defensively. We're everywhere, men flying to the ball. Offensively, it's been very balanced this year with the run in the pass. You've got a great quarterback this year. Receivers have come out. So we're seeing that foundation being laid. And to the seniors that will be leaving at the end of the year, whenever, I hope that never comes, no time soon. But thank you for laying this foundation for these younger guys that are coming along. Coach, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to end this week, and we're going to get the guys behind us and do our thing. So let's get it on.
Look forward to traveling down to Central Friday. I hope that we're going to take a little detour on the way. We're going to take a little detour and go by University of Wingate and do a walk through there. Got to play there in college. They in the South Atlantic Conference also with like Newberry and Carson Newman play teams like that. But opportunity for these guys to see the campus there. Opportunity for them to see us also while we're there and put eyes on some of these guys and Go head there, do a little walkthrough, and then head on down to Central. We hope our fans will get out and support us and make that drive down. Know it's a couple hours, but hey, come on down, stop somewhere, get you something good to eat, and you can just get on Highway 9, come straight down there. I think, can't you, Roper?
That's what we're planning on doing.
Come on down. I've made several trips to Central Pageland. I went there 3 times in the playoffs when I was at Chesnee. We played them in the regular season at Broome, a home and away, and It's a good place to go play football. It's a good atmosphere.
Never been there. I've seen them 3 times. Don't want to talk about old relic stories.
Well, I tell you what they do. Now, Pageland, they're known for watermelons.
Oh, well.
They are known for water. Now, the previous coach that was there, Coach Joey Magnum, he was there for a long time, I think, a very long time. And I remember talking to him when I was at Chesnee and us talking, and him, Coach, they had to schedule everything around when them kids were picking watermelons. Well, that's kind of how they work. They open the weight room when they're not at work.
Hey, you used to schedule here in District 1, both high schools, peach picking time. I remember those days. So there's nothing unusual about that. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, so you stick with us and don't go anywhere.
Are you tired of dealing with tire troubles? Look no further than Blue Ridge Tire, your one-stop destination for all your tire needs. From flat tire repairs to computerized wheel balancing, we've got you covered. Offering top-name brands like Yokohama, Toyo, and Michelin. Blue Ridge Tire is conveniently located at 2701 North Highway 101 in Greer. Don't wait until you're stuck on the roadside. Call us now, 864-879-0703. At Blue Ridge Tire, we won't leave you flat.
Warrior Tree Service, your go-to tree experts. Family owned and operated since 2020, offering service from tree removal to tree trimming and stump grinding. At Warrior Tree Service, we handle it all. When nature strikes, count on us to clean up the mess and restore your property back to normal. Visit our website at warriortreeservicesc.com. To get a free estimate, call 864-278-2555. Warrior Tree Service, where nature thrives, we revive.
Step up to the plate at Home Run Cafe in Greer. Located at 810 North Main Street, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4 and Saturdays from 8 to 4. You can start your day strong with protein shakes, smoothie bowls, lemonade shake-ups, or iced coffees. And don't forget our loaded teas with assorted flavors. The MVP of our menus, customers can't get enough. So call 864-915-4721 to place your order, or just slide on into Home Run Cafe, where every visit is a grand slam.
There's nothing better than award-winning jumbo wings while you watch great sports programming on huge flat screens at Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. If you love wings and a whole menu of great food and drink options, come to Wings Etc. for lunch, dinner, and snacking, and lots of HDTV sports. And now, when you can't eat and watch the game here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub, good food, great times, and online ordering at togo.wingsetc.com.
All right. We're back here at the Southside Smokehouse and Grill in Landrum, South Carolina, Landrum Football Coaches Show. Coach Bridges, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of Cardinals. And ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you do make the trip down to Pageland this Friday night to see the first round playoff action here, guys. And here at Upstate Prepcast, we are extremely proud of you guys, coaches, and all of you for what you've done this season. And go out there this Friday night and represent your school and your town, Coach.
That's right. We plan on being right back here at the Southside Smokehouse next Tuesday night doing this again. Let's go.
All right, guys, and see you down there Friday night, fans. And if you can't make it, of course, tune in to Upstate Prepcast. Scroll right down to that Landrum insignia. Click on Listen to the Games, and you can hear Kevin Jackson, myself, and Rob McIntyre behind the camera this evening, and he'll be there Friday night, too. What do we say every week, guys?
Go Cards.
The preceding Upstate Prepcast presentation was brought to you by Wings Etc., 2644 Bowling Springs Road, Bowling Spring. Good food, great times, award-winning wings, and amazing etc. We thank you for tuning in tonight. Your broadcast was brought to you by Wings Etc., by Raymond James Financial Advisor Tom Dixon, by the Bell, Carrington, Price & Gregg LLC Law Group, by Chad Wagner State Farm Insurance, by Jeff Parks and the Realtors at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, C. Dan Joyner, Spartanburg, by JB Trees LLC, by the Flounder Seafood Restaurant, by GSP Security, by Blue Ridge Tire, by Mahindra of the Upstate, by Warrior Trees, by J&L Lawn Service, by Home Run Cafe, by Mike Varner Plumbing, The View Church, Paris Bridge Road, Bowling Springs, by GG's Creations, by the Pocahontas Country Club, Nature's Mountain Playground, Pocahontas County, West Virginia, by the Seawright Funeral Home, East Main Street, Inman. Until next week when we meet again.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.